I'm at the property today and we have well water, which if you've ever had well water, you know that it tastes like iron and sometimes it smells like sulfur, which is no good to drink. Today I'm going to be trying out this SimPure water filtration system to see if it will filter out the iron taste and the sulfur smell. And I am so excited about this because bottled water is just not sustainable to keep buying for everything like coffee and ice and just regular drinking water and boiling water for food. This is the Y9 series and the seller sent this to us in exchange for a video. However, all of the views and opinions as well as my personal experience with the taste and the smell of the water are my own. I'm so happy to not see styrofoam, which is my arch nemesis, in this box. They're already getting a few points off the bat just for that. In the box, you're going to have the water filtration device, obviously. You're going to have the instruction manual, and then you're going to have this piece here. This is where your cups go, and it's also a water catcher just in case you forget to put the cup on there, like I did with my coffee this morning. Not a joke. I really did that with my coffee this morning. This little plate is magnetic, so it just sticks to the front of this with a magnet. First things first, we have to remove all of the wrapping that they put on it for shipping. It's the small things in life. They fold the tape to make it easy to remove. To access the filters, you take the black top off and then you just lift up on this side section and it comes out, and then your filters are right inside. This is fantastic. These are screw-in filters, so when it's time to change them, you just pull it out and then you twist it left to open. You put the new one in and twist it right to close. This is the Y9A setup, but the Y9T setup is going to have a T33 filter, which is activated carbon. That's if you have higher chlorine, but because we have well water, we don't necessarily need the T33. I prefer to have the ALK filter. If you're wondering if this will fit on your camper countertop, it fits absolutely perfectly right next to the sink. I'm so happy. Before we can drink out of it, we do need to rinse this and then flush the system 3 to 5 times. I'll show you how to do that shortly. Now you can actually see how cloudy the water is, and we do have a filter on the water intake, but it's just a regular, like, we have 2 filters. We have a spin down filter and then we have a regular filter on the fill tank. So you can see that it's cloudy. They call this clear water iron, but it has an odor, like a strong odor. For the flushing process, you do not need to have anything underneath because the water is not going to come out of the spout. It's going to flush the filter and go back into the tank. Also, you don't need to have the tank filled all the way to the top for the flushing process, so just fill it to that midline. You can see that as it's going through the reverse osmosis filter, it is pushing that water back up into the other side of the tank. It was enough, so that's flush number 2. And now I'm going to dump it and we're going to do flush number 3. You can already see that it's less bubbly and less like sudsy than the first 2 flushes. 5th and final flush. To actually get it to dispense water, we hit this middle button. The noises you're hearing are normal because it's pushing that fresh water through those fresh filters and it has to push the air out first. Because we only flush the reverse osmosis filter during the flushing process, I do want to make sure that I flush the other filters before I drink this. So I'm going to fill this cup up and then dump it and then fill up a new one to drink. I wanted to show you that when your reservoir needs to have the water changed, it will automatically show you to change the water. When I fill this up next time, I'm going to fill it up to max. Okay, now the water did not smell like iron, but because you saw how long it took for it to come through there, I just want to make sure that we run some more water through those filters before I start to drink it. I really love this feature on here. So after it goes through the filters, it actually goes through a UV like sanitization process before it goes into your cup. And that for well water is phenomenal. To stop it, you just hit that button again. I'll drink the next cup. Okay, moment of truth. This is the first sip of water that I'm going to take from the SimPure Y9 series water filtration system that sits on your counter and doesn't require any installation. It no longer smells like iron or sulfur. It tastes good. Tastes fresh and clean. It tastes fresh and clean. It doesn't have any hint of iron in it whatsoever, which is so fantastic. Again, if you've ever had well water, you know what I'm talking about. It is really gross. If you're looking for a space-saving water filtration option for your counter that requires no installation whatsoever, I would not hesitate to recommend this. This is fantastic. It's all gone. And it's really good.
And it spills like water. No, it's good. It tastes like bottled water.